The natural approach. In 4 minutes or more? Yes! Well, first of all, approach and method are two important concepts in performing any task. Approach is the way you are going to approach the project. Meanwhile, method is the way in which you are going to complete the project. Approach refers to the theoretical framework in general, and method refers to the step-by-step guidelines. Procedures and basis of the natural approach. Stephen Krashen and Tracy Terrell developed the natural approach in the early 80s, based on Krashen theories about the second language acquisition. The natural approach is focused in beginners. Teacher speaks only in the target language, and students should be exposed to a lot of vocabulary. It's based on observation and interpretation, and not in grammar, and only in communication. The goal for the class is to emphasize the students being able to use the language to talk about ideas, perform tasks, and solve problems. Type of activities it involves. To give beginner learners communicative skill, it's necessary to develop four broad areas. Personal communicative skills, that is speaking and listening, and academic learning skills, which is writing and oral skills. The syllabus for this approach is communicative syllabus. Based on what I researched about this approach, is suitable for teaching to young learners. Yes. I think the natural approach focuses on communicative abilities. Vocabulary are more important than perfect grammar structures. The use of visual aids to help comprehension are very important, and the introduction of affective filter by meaningful communication and providing interesting comprehensible input for students. Weaknesses of this approach. It requires a lot of time, and a lot of people same habits, so they are not interested in this. Also, this approach is focused in beginners who wants to pass to intermediate level, so advanced levels are not into it. And students usually are not in the same level, so for many of them could be left behind. And finally, bored of students because they don't understand and feel the pressure of the lack of knowledge in the language. Well, disclaimer. Now I'm teaching in a junior high school, and my students are around 14 and 15, so they are not kids, but are beginners in the language, so I think it works. And finally, pros and cons of use this approach in my classes. Well, pros, it works with beginners who are interested in learning the language, like my students. But, as I said before, students are not in the same level, so they probably feel bored all the time. And another pro is that they develop the communicative ability, but some students are too shy to participate or refuse to learn something new. And finally, they acquire the language in a natural way, but they feel the pressure of that they aren't learning or are not enough to understand. Finally, my references. Thank you for watching.